guys, wind model here. Got the pups with. Say we're going for a ride. Got Stevie back here. There's Stevie at Georgia. Just wanted to come at you here. Got a little bit to say. This is just my opinion and what I've been seeing from, different friends and foes and family members and such on just really the state of everything. This occurred to me a while ago, but it's really showing now that we got this quote unquote great new leader, great new administration. Everything that was wrong is right now. Like nothing before happened. But he's been in there since what? He's been in there about not even 2 months, and everything's fixed. Everything's on the right path. By summer, we're gonna have dollar something gas. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You know how retarded, delusional, brainwashed, cucked, bootlicked, ridiculous you sound when you say that. When you say those things, it shows me you have extremely low IQ and a very low, feeble understanding of how anything really works. Everything Trump does and his administration does will not be felt for at least 2 years. If your gas prices that are coming down now are not because of Trump. That's supply and demand. That is actually things that Biden, at the end of his reign of terror, put in place. They are just now catching up. What Trump does will not be felt for another year or two. And when it's finally felt, we may have a year or two of decent economy. It's not going to be great. The economy's never going to be great again. Not under Trump. Not under whoever's after him. Not even under God. If you believe in God, which I don't. But even if God was the president, there's never going to be another good economy. The global economic state has ruined everything. It has destroyed individuality as a country, which things were fine for a period. America was fine, depending on America. America was fine depending on themselves. And after World War II, let's roll. Let's everybody come together. Let's make it a big bukkake, right? A big old orgy gangbang of countries that don't give a fuck about each other, right? Because none of these countries, I don't care if you're in the UN, NATO, if you give each other a reach around, every weekend on the island of Epstein, at Diddy parties. Look at that. Little red-tailed hawk. Nice. Fucking Hulk knows what's up. He nodded at me in approval. But it don't matter if these people are circle jerking it on Epstein's island, which they are. 3/4 of the people in Congress now, the current administration, all these people are on that list. Trump's on it. Elon's on it. They're all on it. But don't tell you bootlickers that, because they can't do anything wrong. But they're on it. That's why you're not getting the list. But Anyway, back to the economy. It's never going to be great. It may be stable for a while. It's going to go right back to shit. It's cyclical. It is a cycle. It is a non-stop cycle. It will always be a cycle. No president, no governor, no vice president, no illegal immigrant from South Africa. By the way, where's his birth certificate? We can play the same game with the Felon as we did with Obama. So, y'all Republicans can just let me know. I want to see his birth certificate. Mr. Spaceman Alien. Has he put a space shuttle in space that hasn't blew up yet, by the way? What is this guy doing? This guy has so much money, he's just blowing it. Has any fucking thing he sent into space went up and come back in one piece? Let me know. Maybe I can count on one finger how many times that's happened. But anyway, the economy's never going to be great. Your gas is never going to be in the dollar range. You're never going to see gas $1 something. Never. So get over that. Your groceries are always going to be expensive because we depend on other countries way too much. Period. Global economy's ruined everything. And capitalism is partially to blame. I do not like capitalism, and you can cry about it. Oh, it gives everybody opportunities. It does. Sure, it gives people opportunities. It gives everybody an opportunity. But what it also does is it gives everybody an opportunity to fuck somebody else over. Somebody else that's not qualified half as much as the next person, but they get a job or they get moved up in the company just because of who they know, who they blow, who they suck off. That's capitalism. Favoritism and capitalism go hand in hand, and it's bullshit. This country was built on fraud. This country was built on people getting things by not pulling their own weight, by taking, stealing, deceiving people. That is why this country is the way it is. And if you look at society, you can see it. I've been to other countries. The attitudes are not like here. They don't have that arrogant, smug motherfucking attitude. That's because their country has actually gone through hardships. Their country got where they are by doing it the right way. That's not how this country is. Never was. This country's founded on greed, on deceit, and by fucking the next little man over to get where you need to be. And America has done that incessantly since the beginning of time. And I myself do not, it's not something I praise, so you can cry about that all you want. But my point is, things are going to come full circle. We are going to get what we deserve in this country. And none of you alive, unless you're 75, 80 years old, have ever experienced hardships. Period. Gas being expensive and groceries being expensive, cell phone bills being expensive, your fraudulent healthcare system and its bills being expensive are not hardships. Period. They're not hardships. You've never experienced hardships. Every person, every country, you become a better person when you experience hardships. This country has not experienced any. Not in the last 3/4 of a century. 9/11 was a wake-up call, and it did not wake enough of you up. Things were getting bad and changing before 9/11, but 9/11 was the pinnacle. That was the climax, as you say, of wake-up calls. And so many of you did not and still are not awake. It did not wake you up, and it's going to take something very bad to wake you up, whatever that might be. Gas 305 here now. Oh, miraculously, it was just 270 the other day. Now it's 305. Grocery prices are still the same and climbing, by the way. Anyway, on to my next topic. I had a conversation with a family member, just actually yesterday into today, actually. I'm just a friendly back and forth opinion. This person was, just 4 to 8 years ago, he was one of those panic buyers, that went out and was buying guns and ammo left and right. Because he was worried. Because he was worried that our guns and ammo might disappear, right? And that something might be coming down the pipeline where we would need to defend ourselves. On the homeland, which is very rare. But it's coming. But anyway. Now that Trump is in office, right? He had made the comment about, people hated Obama. Republicans hated Obama because... I'm pulling in here. It was pretty much like people hated Obama. I'm going to park over here away from these fools so I can rant a little bit. But his whole premise was like people hated Obama. The Republicans hated him because he hated America. And then he proceeded to say that you, like us, the people that don't like Trump, you don't like Trump because you don't like America. And I just read that and I was like, knowing the person, I was kind of dumbfounded, to be honest. I didn't... Like, are you that fucking bootlicked, cucked, brainwashed, fucked in the head? Like, holy hell, bro. Like, you were just panic buying. And then, like, the gun thing, where the gun thing comes in. I said back to him, like, I said, well, what about, the red flag laws, the gun laws that Trump put on the books, He did more damage to the Second Amendment and the Constitution in 4 years than Obama did in 8, which is correct, by the way. Georgia and Stevie agree. And that, somebody who calls himself so pro-American, for Americans, yet they continue to, take away your rights and defeat your Constitution, which is the major body of rule. That should be the number one thing, since we are a constitutional republic, after all, and not a democracy. There's a difference. Look it up. It's not that hard. We rule by the Constitution. Period. The problem is when you don't follow it, people think you're a democracy, which you're not. But anyway, my response was pretty much, how people seem to, dismiss the ruling of the Constitution, right? And then, his retort was pretty much, well, you're just looking at surface levels. There's way more things than gun laws we have to worry about. We got to drain the swamp, blah, blah, blah. Just, your typical conservative right-wing cucked response. My reply to that was, I'm just watching people. People watching is something. It's really one of my favorite pastimes. But anyway, right, Stevie? Yeah, Stevie approves. But my response to the gun thing was like, all right, well, and he also said, like, your guns are safe, they're not going anywhere. So I then said, why, 8 years ago were you panic buying if our guns are safe? And I know why, because there was a Democrat in office then, and there's a Republican in office now. So that automatically means everything's safe and fine and dandy. Wrong. Gay. Going to Dunkin' Donuts, too. Imagine that. Gay. Starbucks and Dunkin' are both retarded and gay. They both suck. There's no difference. The only difference is Starbucks. If you're an employee, you cannot be an employee at Starbucks if you have a carry permit. That is nuts. And people still fucking shop there. Dunkin' is just poison. That stuff is fucking, God almighty, sugar out the ass, dude. There's so much sugar in Dunkin'. But Starbucks, you cannot get a job at Starbucks. And I think 40 some out of 50 states, it's their policy. You cannot get a job at Starbucks if you have a carry permit. That is fucking insane. And you know how many people, like where I go to get my mice for my snakes, it's like a little shopping center, like a mini shopping center. And like 2 stores away from my pet shop is a Starbucks. And you would not believe how many rednecks, hillbillies drive through that Starbucks drive-through with like Second Amendment stickers, thin blue line stickers, like Glock, all kinds of gun company stickers, American flags on their windows, bro, like their back windows, driving through this drive-through, supporting Starbucks. The same time, bro, like, I don't understand. People just don't care. Like, you're supporting a company that is deliberately and blatantly infringing on your Second Amendment, your right to carry, your right to possess a gun and own and carry a gun for protection. And that's not a privilege, by the way. Fuck a carry permit. Fuck a piece of paper and your $25 to carry a gun to protect yourself. It's not a privilege. That's a right. However, Starbucks, if you have one of those, you cannot be employed there. Yet people still support these people. You know, people that are pro, so redneck, so right-wing, so constitutionally based, yet you still go to Starbucks. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, 18 minutes now. I could literally go on for 3 hours. But there's enough rambling from me and other people. It's like beating a dead horse. But the last thing I say before I go in here, to the Dollar Tree to get some dog snacks, right, Georgia? Georgia, you ready for some snacks? What are you looking at? You're looking at the fucking weirdo people. Yeah, Stevie, what are you doing? You're people watching too. Look at Stevie. What's wrong with you, bros? Get him, Steve. You girls are funny. Yeah, you girls are funny. You're funny. You're funny. But anyway, last thing I'm going to say, the Israel versus Ukraine thing is insane to me. Like, there's people taking sides. I can't, it is insane to me that I have to talk about this. That this is a talking point. And it's not only me. Like, the Republicans hate Ukraine. Now they're kind of halfway siding with Russia, which I don't care about. I don't mind Russia. Russia's Russia. They're the third most powerful country in the world, behind China and America. China won, by the way, America 2. America's not the big boy anymore. But anyway, China, America, Russia, 1, 2, 3 in the superpowers. But the Ukraine versus Israel thing is mind-boggling to me. You have the right-wingers hate Ukraine. The left-wingers hate Israel. The people in the middle, like me, hate them both. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck Israel. Fuck Palestine. Although Israel is living on stolen land from Palestine. That's Palestine's land. And Palestine does exist, by the way. Jesus himself was a Palestinian. He was not a Jew. But anyway, that's facts. You can look it up. The land occupied then was Palestinian territory. He's a Palestinian. But like the side thing is insane to me. All the money, look at the billions of dollars that we gave to Ukraine. And look how Zelensky disrespected Trump in our office, in our White House. Shut the fuck up. Look how your own people disrespect your own country in the White House. But now because it's a leader of another country, it's horrific. Shut up. But then you'll cuck to Israel. Now granted, we've gave a couple more billions to Ukraine than we have Israel. But don't worry. Trump's in office. The money, the billions he's going to shell out to Israel will surpass Ukraine pretty soon. Because it's not going to stop. He's going to continue to feed them. Because they are our ally, which is bullshit. Our greatest ally. On top of that, which is insane. What has Israel ever done to help us? They've stood beside us in the war in the Middle East. The war against non-existent weapons of mass destruction. Israel's a cash cow. They're a pig. I'll put it to you this way. Stop giving Israel money and weapons. And we'll see how big of an ally they are. And we'll see how quick that changes. Stop giving them money and military weapons and aid. Stop giving all that to Israel. And we'll see how big of an ally they are to America. Period. That money stops coming in, Israel will change their tune. Facts. Everybody with a brain that's functioning should know that and understand that. But anyway. Mortgage rates, gas prices, grocery prices are not our main concern right now. That is surface level shit. Do not overlook your guns. Do not overlook your Constitution, because that's what everything in this country should be based off of and governed around. Not individual politics and politicians. The Constitution is paramount. Period. Gas prices, grocery prices are cyclical. They're fluid. They'll be up and down in every presidency. Gas prices will be low for Trump. They'll come up for Trump. The next president will have high and low gas prices, just as they will grocery prices. Nothing's infinite. Nothing is permanent, no matter who's in office. Nothing is going to change for very long, no matter who's in office, including Trump and Phelan. And half the people in this current administration are on the Epstein list. They're on the list. That's why you're not getting it, people. Fuck your redaction. Fuck your pauses. We know why the list is not being released. I know it's not online. The list that you're getting fooled by seeing online, it's not the list. The real list will never be seen. But we found the passports and the flight logs from the planes that hit the World Trade Centers on 9/11. We found, a day after, we found the passports of the terrorists. But we can't get the Epstein list. Anyway, I'm going in here to Dollar Tree to get some stuff for the dogs. Right, Georgia? Sitting so pretty. Right, Stevie? You're hot. You're always hot. Panting. Even got the windows cracked for you. But anyway, just remember, more important things than gas prices, mortgage rates, and grocery prices, people. Think outside the box. Open your mind. And realize that neither side cares about you or your family. It's all a rigged system, and it's all rigged against you. One big club. You, me, none of us are a part of it. We're not invited, and we never will be. And there's a reason we're not getting the Epstein list. Your favorite politicians are on it. So, remember that. You guys have a good weekend. Stay vigilant. Stay awake. Awake, not woke. There's a difference. Stay awake. Buy guns, ammo, medical. Shoot, train. Keep thinking, people. Do not fall into the cuckery. That is the two-system political party. Both sides suck. Both sides do not care about anything but lining their own pockets and supporting other countries that don't care about you in the process. So, y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you on the next one. Winmotto 88 signing off. Say bye, Georgia. Say bye, Stevie. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.